Hi and welcome to another video by yours and only Paradox, and today we're standing here in Cloud Creator area with my guild who are collecting all the soulbound diamonds they can get. But that's not the purpose of this video. We're actually going to talk about the forge and things you need to know how it works, because I've seen so many people failing with transferring upgrading properly, not knowing if we can upgrade a T1 or how we should transfer an upgrade, and we're going to be covering all of these things. So for the purpose of this video, I have a few upgrading materials in my bag here, like desert runes and whatever runes, and we're going to see how your way of putting in materials into the forge is going to affect the outcome. So to start off with, we're going to have 3 T4 crossbows that are not soul linked. And the difference between a soul link one and a non-link one is the little lock they have next to them. And as you can tell, I have this one. It's unlocked, which means that you could have bought this one off auction house. You can trade it when trade is possible, which is not today, while this one with a lock in the bottom left corner indicates that it's locked to your character and it cannot be traded. So what we're going to start off with is to see what upgrades you can do and how it will affect a soul linked item. So if we go to gear upgrade and then to your bag, if you were about to upgrade your soulbound crossbow, or what is it called? Yeah, crossbow, then nothing special happens. It just upgrades it because it's already soulbound. But if you would take a non-soulbound and upgrade, you will see that it will become soulbound if you do so, which means that if this is not your main one, you would actually waste a piece of equipment that could have been sold on auction house for maybe diamonds. So be very careful if you want to make a non-linked item bound or not. So what we will do is we will go ahead and upgrade this one once again, right? It's our crossbow that is going to be your main. Let's say this one you're using. And then we will also go to the bag and select the electric card. You can only have the given card per weapon. So it sort of recommends what you're going to have, and that's what you're going to be using on each of the equipment. So we'll take and go ahead and upgrade as well. And the warning here is basically that we don't have any soulbound electric cards, so it's sort of asking if I want to use a non-linked electric card, and you do want to keep all the electric cards you get, so just go ahead and do that. But great, let's say that our crossbow here is epic now, and we can even go a bit further, but we can go and give it runes, and runes you come across in both electric cards and runes you will come across in the Hanging Gardens. I'm gonna give it an upgrade here. Oh, great. We needed that success for a video, this video actually. But as said, you can get these through the hanging ones, and we have to exit this area to show you exactly. So here in the upper left corner, you see dungeons and down to hangings. And you can see the boxes here. It says that it drops cards and runes. So that's basically any of these dungeons you want to do and just upgrade your weapon. But back to the forge. Alright. Now, let us say that you actually come across... We're going to go to Gear Fusion here. So you have just come across 3 weapons of a very same kind. This means if you have 3 angel crossbows T4, you can make 1 T5. So if I were about to put this one in, you would be like, alright, I got my T5. But no, this is not a good way to do it. You have to look carefully at what you're seeing here. You're seeing I put in my a T4 bound, a T4 bound, and a T4 unbound, and this is going to result in a T5 bound item. So what I'm trying to indicate here is that the main weapon has to be the one you have upgraded so far, because you remember we have given this angel bow on the top here, we have upgraded it fully. It is your treasure, right? So you go in here again and you want to upgrade it, and you see yes, it's going to be transferred. But keep an eye here. One of the fodders in the bottom right corner, it is non-linked. And this basically means that if you are putting in the non-linked weapon, you're gonna salvage it into a linked one. So what is the point I'm making? The point is that you can take away your non-linked one and take the linked one, and it will be soul bound anyways. And as you go and fuse it, you will have your upgraded Fable T-bow. Let's go into the bag here and show you. Here it is. It's your upgraded one. It is the +2. It has the element card we put into it and the damage reflection. All the upgrades you did to your main T4 has now been transferred. So that works great. And let me show you what I meant with the soul linked option, because we have the resources here. We go back to upgrade transfer. We go to the bag. Gear transfer, I'm sorry. We go to the bag. And now we can get an unbound T5 weapon from 3T4. You see, if we were about to have just one item that was linked, then the whole crossbow in itself would have been linked. Basically, if you have only one soul-bound item, it will affect the outcome of a new weapon you're getting. This means that it's essential to just keep an eye whether all the items are bound or they're not bound before you make the decision to fuse. So if I go ahead and fuse here, I have this Fable golden crossbow and it doesn't have a lock to it. I basically assured that I could upgrade it, and now I can sell this one on Action House if I would like to. It is not upgraded or anything, it's just a clean one. Now, for the final forging attempt here, we're gonna see if we go back to fusion. You can also transfer blessed items. And a blessed items will basically give you a critical rate. And you can see we have 3 different quivers here, whereas one of them has critical rate of 2%. It's depending on its tire levels. If it would be T3, we're going to be 3%, 4% if it's T4, and so forth. And here you can see that our blessing chance is going to be 33%. And this basically means that depending on how many blessed items you put into the forge, that will resolve your rate of blessing chance per upgrade, per fused, so to say. So if you would have 3 different blessed items, it would be 100% chance to get the T3 blessed. If you would have 2 blessed items, there would be 66%, and as you can see now, it's going to be 33%. So we're going to go ahead and fuse this and see if we get a blessed one or not. No, we did not. So now we lost the blessed item from our T2 and only have a T3. And some people might be, oh my god, I have to wait until I have at least 2 blessed items before I go ahead and forge. But this process is going to slow you down because it's quite expensive to get hold of your blessed items. It comes from the gacha store, or it comes from people who sell them on auction house. So just keep in mind that it's better in the beginning to just invest in your equipments without having them blessed. It's not necessarily early on to have blessed items. But that's all the things I want you to take away in this video. I appreciate that you're watching them. If you have more questions about how a game works or anything, just feel free to leave a comment down in this section, you know, comment section. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pre-buff for Colosseum. So I hope you had a good time, and I will see you in the next video.